Thank you for visiting our channel. Today I came out to show you guys a little review on Podoor PC100. Now this device was sent to me by W2Com Group. It's a really good little device. Only little things that came up. I thought I should bring it into this video and show you guys what I really think about this and how I used it, what is really good about this little device, and also how you can use it and what else you can do to make working with this little remote better. Alright, so today I will just demonstrate and show you guys a few things. You can see that the remote itself, it's double-sided. First thing, it is two-sided. So one side you have the controls, regular controls, so that way you can use it as an air mouse or you can use it as gyro remote on your Android devices. But again, this is compatible to a few other platforms such as Windows, and also it is compatible to Mac. But little things that will make it worth using, I'm going to demonstrate and show you guys what it is. So first, on one side it was just a regular remote and the other side is full keyboard. Just a few little things since it is such a small little remote, and if I want to compare it to my Apple TV 2 remote, you can see the differences, that how big they are from each other. And if I want to see how thick they are, you can see again if you have an Apple TV 2 remote that how thick it is. Another good thing, few good things is on the Apple TV 2 remote that you need to put a battery if it runs out. It runs out about once every year for me since I'm using this a lot. But for the Podoor, you do not need to put any type of battery in this since it is coming with a built-in little charger, so you can charge it when you need it. Alright, so let's start from the top. So you can see right now from the top that what stuff is in it. So there is a little LED light. If I press any button, it will come back on right there. And then we have the volume down button. We have the mouse, so that way you just press that and it will pause the mouse portion of it. And then you can just use the arrows at the bottom in order to control. You can press the OK button to select it. But the next part to that mouse button is the volume up button. And then if you go down, you have the up and down, side to side, and also the OK button in the middle. These are all together, so it's not cut or anything in the middle, which is another good thing. The next thing I like, if you are on Android, these buttons are very functional, but when you go to Windows, it becomes a little bit tricky. I'll be showing you guys why in a few seconds. But this one is the go back button, you have the home button, and also the menu button. It makes it a lot simple to use. If you go down a little bit, there is a little hole, but it is not functional for the meantime. And if you go down, there is the charger. And if we go on the sides, there's nothing on one side, but when you go on the top, there is the IR remote part, so when you want to use it for the IR section. But again, if you go on the other side, there's nothing there. Alright, so now let's just go to the back and let's check the keyboard. Let's just zoom out a little bit. There you go. From the side, the full keyboard is there. The only difference is just at the last part on the first line, they didn't have space, so they have to bring the O and the P in the bottom. That makes it a little bit hard sometimes to type. When it comes to Windows, I will be showing you what I'm trying to say. Once you get used to this little remote, you will have a lot of fun. It's very functional and very quick to use this remote. Again, you have all the functions set up. You have the function button just like your laptop, and you can use all the F1 and F2 buttons, which is on the top. Except that you have all the numbers are properly set up for you. Also you have the tab, the shift, the control, the alt, the end. But again, this is really working out for me for the meantime, so that's why I thought I should come out and make this video. So I will be just demonstrating this now on the computer, that how it looks. Alright, so the first place I'm gonna play with is the XBMC on our MK809 Android box. We have to press that button so you can see the green light comes on. That means the gyro remote is effective right now, so you can see that the arrow to the cursor is moving back and forth. A regular IR remote on the XBMC, it makes a lot of sense to use it that way, and you can see how fast it is to maneuver. Remember that this is a 2.4 gigahertz remote, so it will work really nice and effective. So we're going to click home, and now we're just going to flip along to our Android. I don't have nothing on the left side, so we'll just go back into the right and try to flip. And now I have a little clock on one of my screens. I'm just gonna grab it and move it to the top. There you go. So that's how fast and easy it is to use it on our Android box. And you can just flip over, and all the buttons are properly set up on our remote. So the next thing we're gonna try is on our Windows. Now this part, what I'm trying to do is just open a little notepad. So you have to right click, go down just like the regular keyboard, or should I say mouse, to open it. Here's the little problem: when I double click, it does not open. So this is is the type of problems that I was talking about before. So in order to do that, right click and then say open on the top, and that's how it opens up for you. So once it comes up, we're bringing it down. Now we're just going to demonstrate and show you how typing works on this. So flipping the screen, and yes, I was making a little CD, so that pop-up came up. Now I just closed it. There you go. So some things are working nicely and some things not. So right now I'm just trying to type. So make sure that you're selected in the folder itself. And now once you start typing, you can see the cursor itself is going crazy on one side, just goes up and down. You have to make sure that you disable your mouse, and then you can just go ahead and start typing your letters. There are some times that you came across that because of the letters been moved up and down, that you have to look into the keyboard in order to type. So you cannot just close your eyes and type, just like some of the other remotes that we have on hand. But it is a really pretty handy dandy little remote that you can use on Windows or on your Mac. Now this part right now I'm using Windows 7 that I'm demonstrating, but this is compatible to Windows XP, Windows Vista, Windows 7, and Windows 8. I haven't tested it in Windows 8, by the way, but I know that it will work since it's working on Windows 7. And once the typing part is done, there you go. It just takes some used to this and actually go next and start typing things to this. But once this is done, we will just go into our Mac now. So this is how it looks. But again, I do have a remote on hand, and the remote should come up. It is a really cool, effective little remote, but here is a little problem that I came across. You have to set up your keyboard, except that this is type of problem that you will have. And there you go. See, just going up and down. But again, in regards to typing and all, it's very effective and it will type. So there you go. You have a pop-up in order to set up your remote. You have to set it up first, and this little flickering that is going up and down is not going to happen when you're using it on your Mac OS. I hope you guys like my video. If you do like it, click the like button, subscribe button on the top, comment on the bottom. Always remember to visit our own website, which is exitex.info. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and thank you.